big yawn, where we're going to be taking in some movement with our meditation today and giving ourselves permission to move in whatever signals our bodies may give us, whether that be with the great big yawn, or a stretch, or a sigh, or a twitch, but allowing all of those beautiful, weird parts of us to feel safe, to be included, totally accepted within everything that we do within this session. So what is the yawn? The yawn, it's such a humble, overlooked and underestimated part of our daily life. It is something that every single person on the planet can do. The yawn is something that we do in the womb. We're not taught how to yawn. It's something we naturally do in the womb from about 20 weeks. What if, during that time in the womb, when we're all cozy and warm and cocooned, that beautiful safe space, moving around freely, what if our only job is to help create ourselves with every yawn that we do? It might be a stretchy yawn, where our little limbs start to move for the very first time. It might be a little yawn that just helps our facial muscles and our mouths start to stretch all the way down to the back of our throat, helping the insides at a cellular level expand and contract all of those muscles all the way down to the very, very base of our vagus nerve, allowing us to sink deeper into a relaxed and calm place. What if that's okay? What if it's okay for us to give ourselves permission to be that stretchy yawner, to be the noisy yawner, to be the yawner that freely allows the completion of each and every yawn that we do? What if that's okay? How strange it is that when we come out of the womb, we're taught by so many to stifle our yawns. We're stifling in. Anger, frustration, upset, guilt, shame, jealousy, all the times that we've stifled in a yawn when really all we wanted to do was open our mouths into that great big yawn. Makes your eyes water, your ears buzz, and your mouth feel like you're going to eat the whole of the room. What if that great big yawn helps the whole of your body through your parasympathetic nervous system begin to relax? What if it helps to strengthen your back and your neck? What if it helps to move your arms Into that great big stretchy yawn. The yawn helps us do so much. How do you yawn? Have you been stifling your yawns? Just have a think now about the last time you stifled a yawn and what that felt like. And then the freedom of allowing your whole system to complete that yawn, which brings your voice into a calmer, more relaxed place. It relaxes your throat muscles, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth. It eases the tension from the back of your neck. Did you hear that yawn catch the back of my throat? It nearly made me cough. That would have been. And there we go. And that would have been okay too. It's allowing our body to release whatever it's ready to let go of. It's just old information that it's been holding on to. Allowing me to slow down with my talking. I don't feel in a rush. I feel like I have all the time in the world to share with you about the yawn, the great big yawn, and help us create a contagious yawn relief around the globe. Imagine everyone around the globe giving themselves permission to complete their yawns. All the tension that people have been holding in their jaws, gritted teeth, the resentment, things unsaid, clenching your jaw so tightly you've not been able to voice who you are, even understanding who you are because you've not been able to voice it. It gets lost as it gets stifled inside us. It may turn into a burp, other windy gestures. We may get sweaty, tired, holding in all of that energy that could be expressed very quickly through a very simple yawn. Helps us have space to take in more information. It helps us change from one state to another much more quickly as we learn to complete our yawns. States of arousal increases. What if that is okay for us to change the paradigm of the yawn? The great big yawn. There, the lymphatic system in the back of your head starts to release into the spinal fluid, all the way down into the vagus nerve, moving all of that information up and down and up and down. And as it does so, allowing your jaw to move forward, the saliva that has built up in your mouth to gently swallow, becoming aware of the inside of your mouth, your jaw, your tongue, your teeth, and how all of that makes you feel. All of the times we've been told we're boring. Be quiet. Hide away. Don't show who you are. That's ugly. And yet, that great big yawn connects us all so very, very quickly. With a great big yawn, it spreads with empathy and connection on the train, on the bus, as someone else picks up the yawn and decides whether they're going to stifle or allow it to unfold into its almighty glory of a stretch, of allowing your back to stretch out to its full capacity, taking away all that hunched up bad posture. Thinking of that fetus in the womb, allowing all of that stretch to strengthen the back, the arms, the neck, the legs, toes, those toe curling yawns that go all the way down to the very tip of your toes. How does that feel for you? Becoming aware of the tip of your toes, the arch of your foot, your ankle, your shin bone, all the muscles around your shin, all of the exercise that your feet and your legs do for you, expanding to that next step forward, contracting back into the body to keep you stable. Another step forward. All of that movement is a great big yawn of a step and back, of another step and back. Constantly moving forward and rebalancing. Taking your body back into that central part as your next foot takes the step forward. That expansion of one foot in front of the other is just as important as your yawn. Yawning your way into that expansion, walk, movement, direction. Allowing all that you are to move forward into that space freely. Some curiosity, inspiration, what you can be, what you choose to be, as you yawn into that movement. Taking that all the way up to your knee, your thigh, your hip. All of that movement in your hip bone, swirling around in the socket It's yawning from one direction to the other direction, allowing your body to yawn gently with ease into that space, to gently move your hips, allowing that movement to be so fluid and easy now that you've given it permission to move and yawn with ease into the next new position. What does that feel like for you? Becoming aware of your lower back, any tension that's been in your lower back and your belly. Asking if there's anything there that's ready to be moved out like a great big figure of 8, yawning and expanding from the front and through you to the back. Allowing the back of your eyes, giving them permission to see the colours and the shapes and hear the noises that come to you through being in that great big yawn space of connection with that particular part of your body. Oh. Oh. Letting in that vibrant greens and blues and oranges and reds and purples, yellows, whatever colours they may be. Be curious to let them in as you allow that movement up through your body into your solar plexus chakra, into that space, into that space. And just becoming aware, just above your belly button. You might need to burp, you might need to move, you might need to shimmy and stretch and let that area become so connected to you, so aware of that area. But when you give yourself permission to yawn fully into that figure of 8, from the very front of you all the way to the side, the left-hand side, and through to your back out through the middle of you to the right, letting that whole figure of 8 go in and out in as many directions as you wish around that area. And as it goes out from you, from the very center of that area, allow that yawn to expand. The yawn of expansion into that area. It may bring in some vibrant blues and purples and yellows and stars and all sorts of different shapes. You might not see anything. You might feel where there's tension, what that means for you. Every single person is going to be different for this. Just giving yourself permission to gently sway where you are, moving your hips as if you are moving into that great big yawn, that figure of 8. In and out, side to side, side to side, gently moving your whole torso. yawning into that expanded space as if you are a tree in the wind. And the branches at the top of the tree are beginning to move into wider areas as that firm trunk holds you in place, allowing yourself to move and expand into that yawn of everything that you are, with grace and joy and compassion. Allowing the yawn to come and express itself fully from that area all the way up. Vibrant turquoise squiggles and shapes, the luminous oranges, yellows. Allow whatever comes to be felt and shared completely. Moving up into your chest, your heart area. Becoming very aware of the expansion of all of what that means for you. You may want to sit back. Let your shoulders really expand back. Into the whole of that space so that you are strengthening, expanding all of your chest, pushing it out in front of you as if that expansion in front of you is the yawn. Expanding your chest all the way out so you're curving your back. And then moving your shoulders forward to contract back into that yawn, into your body. So that it's coming back out through your back into the back of the room. And you're folding yourself forward into that space. And expanding and contracting back out again. Pushing your chest forward and your shoulders back. Feeling that yawn of expansion through your shoulders, through that heart space, through your lungs. Giving yourself permission to release any old stuck information that's been there. You're moving as if you are the aurora borealis. You are the light, moving gently from one place to the other into figure of eights and waves of light and shapes, gently allowing your whole body and your shoulders to move one at a time, forwards and backwards, allowing your arms, your left arm and your shoulder to yawn into the socket and back out, down and around, yawning into and feeling the whole of that socket as you very gently just move it around. Doing the same with the right shoulder, very gently down, letting it yawn and expand into the whole of that area. Then giving yourself permission to physically yawn if you can. Taking in all that gives you, all that creativity is opening up inside you. Giving yourself permission to feel it, see it and hear it. Allowing the other releases from the windy city below to the windy city above to be freely expressed, knowing that it's safe to do so. Becoming aware of your throat, your jaw, your breath. Allowing your jaw to move forward fully into that space and open as wide as it needs to feel complete and at home and satisfied, deliciously, beautifully satisfied into that space of contented relief. Very depths of your throat, all the way up into your mouth, into your jaw and your teeth, and your tongue, your lips,